Thank you for calling Check and Go of Alabama. This is Bill. How may I help you today? Do the math. You'll choose errands. This is Aaron. What can I do for you today? It's a new day with quality. This is Cassandra. How may I help you today? These are examples of some of the stupid, idiotic business telephone greetings that have been adopted by American businesses in the last few years. At some point along the line, somebody decided that it would be beneficial or profitable for businesses to start using idiotic, inane telephone greetings. And they also thought it was a big deal that businesses should attempt to establish some kind of rapport with customers by the telephone answering person always using their name. Always tell the customer your name. Complete stranger, but tell them your name. That goes along with this crazy idea that has existed in sales for a long time, that you should use the customer's name as much as possible. I'll never forget, I used to work with a young lady who was out looking for some kind of product or service and was approached by this aggressive salesperson, and the person kept using this lady's name over and over again, and she told me how frustrating this was, and she was thought about telling this person, if you say my name one more time. And I can understand using the person's name every now and then. I'm not going to get mad at somebody who addresses me by my first name, as long as they don't do it over and over again. You know, if we've been talking for a while and it hasn't been that personal, and then you want to address me by name once or twice or something like that, that's perfectly fine. But to use my name over and over again, I don't know where people got that idea. It's completely idiotic that people want to hear their own names over and over again. And people don't want to hear stupid telephone greetings either. You know, the one about, it's a new day with quality, this is Bill or whatever, how can I help you today? Guess what kind of organization does that? It's a low-income clinic. It's a damn low-income clinic. The people who go there for one of two reasons. For one thing, it's a minority-controlled organization, and for another, it's a low-income medical clinic. And people go there either because it's controlled by this one particular minority, or they go there because they're in financial difficulty. So this business of trying to get all salesy with their customers is absolutely ridiculous. Here's the thing about telephone greetings and about customer relations in general. As a consumer or a customer, if I walk into a business or I call a business on the telephone or something like that, it is by nature a little bit of an adversarial relationship. What do I mean by that? This business, this retail store or whatever it is, they want as much of my money as they can get. They are after my money. I, on the other hand, am out to keep as much of my money as I can. I don't like spending unnecessary amounts of cash with any business. And so this idea that you're going to get more of my money, even if it's ridiculous prices, but you're going to motivate me to shop with you more and spend more money by being friendly, that doesn't work. This type of business relationship where I'm a customer, I'm a client, I'm the consumer, or whatever it is, it's not a personal relationship. You know, the people at the local hardware store, they and I are not going out for drinks at the end of the day. If I walk into a Walmart or a Kmart or a Target or some store like that, chances of going out on a date with a woman that I'd meet there who happened to be working there, those chances are absolutely zero. It's not going to happen. It's a customer relationship. It is not a personal relationship. Therefore, I don't need to be addressed by name in a retail store. Here's what I want from a business, just about any business. I want a good product or a good service at a reasonable price, and I want you to handle the transaction efficiently. And that's all I want from a business. And it makes no difference whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I think businesses are pretty loopy when they do this. It's not going to motivate me to spend more money, and it's not going to encourage an ongoing business relationship because of the fact that some business requires their people to answer their telephone in a stupid way and tell me their name. You know, when it comes to doing business, transacting business with some retail concern or some insurance company or most other companies, I don't really care who the people are that I'm dealing with. I just want the transaction at a reasonable price processed efficiently. That's all I want, and nothing more. So these telephone greetings are absolutely ridiculous because it's not a personal relationship. I spent 5.5 years working in the retail business, and about 1989 to 1994, I worked for one of the largest retail companies around. They would always emphasize that whenever we saw customers in the store, we should always approach the customers and ask what we could help them with. And I thought, that's goofy. To me, that's kind of loopy because they know we're after their money. We're not just trying to be helpful just to be helpful. As a store, we want their money. This customer relationship, if I'm going to spend money with some business, it is to a certain degree an adversarial relationship. I used to do business with this garage that would service my car, and they did a lot of good work for me over the years, and they saved me a lot of money, and I did business with them repeatedly for those reasons. And you know how they'd answer their phone when I called? Hello. That's all they said. And you know what? I didn't care whether it was Ray or whether it was Alan or whether it was who. All I wanted to know was, could I get my car in? Could they take it? And, about how long would the repair be and about how much would it cost? And that's all I wanted from those people. There's no personal relationship there. Well, actually, there was a little bit of a personal relationship. We were kind of related, and so they gave me, some good deals there. But my point is, it's just business. And that's all it is. And we have this idiotic thing that business relationships mean that people have to go out of their way to be friendly. But as a customer, as one who patronizes a business, and I know that they're after my money, there's a big difference between that and a personal relationship. And sorry to say, but at most workplaces, now the current situation is very different. You do have some businesses where people are able to operate in a collegial fashion and actually can be friends, and in some cases actually can have relationships. But in most work environments, it's not a good idea to develop, romantic relationships. And people cross that line all the time. They get in terrible trouble because there are all kinds of complications, especially if you work in any type of business where there's any degree of adversarial relationship or hostility between the management and the employee. And sad to say, that's most of them. But it's not a good idea to get in personal relationships at work. Now, maybe we've all seen the TV show Below Deck, where, it's this charter yacht, and the employees do get into all kind of relationships there. And I'm thinking, in a sense, that's just kind of bizarre. It seems like the usual rules don't apply, but in the charter yacht business, they do those sort of things. But in most businesses, it's not a good idea. But let's talk a little bit about that poor clinic again, the low-income clinic, where they're telling people to have a quality day. In addition to the idiotic telephone greeting, they like to tell people to have a quality day as they're leaving. And guess what? People who go to that clinic or any one of its, subsidiaries, they go there because they don't feel well and they need medical treatment. And if they're going to that clinic, chances are it's not a quality day. They're going there because they have to be there. And here's the other thing. With that organization's clientele, it's not like they're going to go elsewhere because they don't like the telephone greeting, because most of them patronize that organization because they have to, because they're low income, and it's a clinic that serves low income people in the main. Do they really think that people are going to go in for more doctor's visits because they have a stupid telephone greeting and they give people their names? Do they really think that? Do they think people will be offended if their personnel don't tell them to have a quality day on their way out? If people would do business or not do business with that organization on that basis, then I'd have to pull a Gordon Ramsay on anybody like that if I met somebody like that and just ask them straight up, are you stupid? I mean, the only reason you go there is to get your medical treatment. You go there because you need to, probably because you're sick, and if you're not sick, you're going to get medicine refilled. So what's this idiotic, nonsensical, it's a new day with quality telephone greeting, or telling people to have a quality day as they walk out the door? That's stupid. It's ridiculous. There's no point to it. And as I've tried to point out, there's really no point in businesses using the customer's first names all the time. When I contact a business or patronize a business, I don't care who I'm dealing with as long as I get what I want. All I want is what I want. And so with anything that I'm running, I'll tell you this, we're not going to have stupid, idiotic, inane telephone greetings, because they're pointless and they don't make a good impression for somebody who answers a telephone to give this long, wordy greeting and then go out of the way to say their name. That's completely irrelevant. It doesn't do anything to retain businesses. And if there's some kind of study that says that it is, I don't know how they conducted that study. I don't know where they got that information, because people really don't care. You don't make a good impression with stupid telephone greetings. You make a bad impression. I'll never forget, calling some of these businesses. Do the math. You'll choose errands. This is Bill. How may I help you? And I think, why the hell do we have to go through all that? Just say errands and I'll tell you what I want. It's that simple. And I think most people are the same way. And there are an awful lot of us out here, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's most people who would be quite happy if businesses would simply do away with these stupid telephone greetings. Don't go through this long spiel and then give me your name. Just say Bill's Garage or something like that. That's all we need from you. That's all we want from you. So take it under advisement. No more stupid telephone greetings. We need to do away with that. And we'll all be considerably better off with that little irritation gone as a result. Thank you and have a good day.